healthy, emotionally stable 22-year-old is not usually physically attracted to a 45-year-old or even a 40-year-old. A 22-year-old tends to see a 35-year-old as an old man, yeah? But when she starts to blur the line with older men and sexuality, it suggests that there is some childhood trauma potentially regarding her father. Because the reality is, if you had a stable father figure in your home, you wouldn't be able to sexualize a man that looks around the same age as your father.
Here we go again, talking about age gaps, because Sadia Khan, Sadia Psychology, says that usually healthy 22-year-old women are not attracted to men who are 35 years old or older. Now, I disagree with her. Not that it is never the case that she's right, but I disagree with the absolutist approach that she's taking to making this point, because there are definitely cases of healthy age gap relationships. Are you curious about it? Let me explain. Now, here's what I'm not saying. I am not saying that all young women in their 20s are going to find older men attractive, because that's just not true. But to assume and deny that there are going to be some young women that are attracted to older men is ridiculous, especially if the man has been taking good care of himself, if he is healthy, health conscious, he's fit, if he has good genes, he's genetically blessed anyway, so he's attractive, he's aging well, he's got good style, good fashion sense, and on top of that, he's probably got more wealth, he's got more status, he's got more security, he's got more clarity and self-awareness, and he's probably gotten more grounded and knows himself, he knows how to interact with people, he's more experienced. And this kind of man is very attractive to a woman. What Sadia is really implying here is that most men are physically unappealing to younger women, that they actually think they are gross. But I'm sure you can think of some celebrities who are over 35 who are very attractive. Now, of course, they're celebrities and maybe they have more means, but there are men out there who are in the same age bracket and have the same kind of means who are going to be attractive to even younger women. So of course, if you're a 22-year-old girl and you connect with a man like that and you click, you have that chemistry, you have a connection, and after you vet for a while, you realize you're very compatible, you're both healthy and healthy for each other, and you bring the best out in each other, of course, why wouldn't you want to date that person? Why wouldn't you want to take them seriously? If this happens, this is a really good thing, and nothing corrupt and toxic and abusive and predatory is happening. And it's unfair to make people believe that they're doing something wrong if they pursue a relationship like that, when everything is coming together well and it's a whole package. A large age gap is not inherently abnormal, unhealthy, or unnatural. And it's actually in our nature for a younger woman to look at an older man like that with respect and admiration, as long as he's been taking care of himself, and feel attraction, a draw towards him. And for an older man to look at a younger woman and be attracted to her. Just because he's old enough to be her father doesn't mean he is. This is not an incestuous relationship, and that's where Sadia gets things wrong. Just because a young woman may find an older man attractive and date him does not mean she is unhealthy, and it does not mean she had a bad relationship with her father that she's now projecting onto this man. Okay, so let me wrap this up. I want to encourage you not to jump to conclusions, not to make assumptions, and not to project your prejudice or your bias on someone's relationship. You have to take each relationship on a case-by-case basis, judging it on its unique merits. If you see two people who are happy and healthy and having a wonderful relationship, then that should be supported and encouraged. Assuming that it's toxic or predatory or unhealthy and dysfunctional is really just about your stuff that you're projecting onto them. And let me just reiterate one more thing. There will always be some bad faith actors, people who are malevolent, whether they're conscious of it or they're just causing harm and wreckage wherever they go. yes, we have to acknowledge that those people exist. Those predators are out there, and we need to look out for them and protect ourselves from them. But equally, we need to acknowledge that not everybody is one of those people. And it's not fair to assume that someone is just because they fit some kind of preconceived notion that you have in your head. There are 0.5% of people in the United States that are registered sex offenders. Now let's just double that number to be conservative. Let's say there is an amount of people that are not caught. They're not registered because they didn't go to jail. And that's 1% of the total United States population that could be considered sexually predatory. So really? Like, why are we globalizing that all older men are like this? I mean, it's not just men, it can be women too, but it's really important not to generalize so much and to deny the fact that some people are well-intended, are healthy, and just fall in love and create something beautiful together.